What is up, SmackNPie here, and welcome back to another Five Nights at Freddy's videos. It's actually a news and update video, and oh boy, it's gonna be a good one. Five Nights at Freddy's has been revived by none other than the man, the legend himself, the Anim Dude, or Scott Cotham. Anim Dude is his Reddit name, just for your information. But regardless, FNAF is on the roll with a lot of things currently going on in FNAF universe, from movie questions to posters, controversies to game being cancelled to some lore explanation. And you know what? We'll dive deep into all of this in today's video. So if you're interested in any FNAF content, make sure to hit that like button and let me know which canon FNAF game is your favorite of all time. I'll be reading out some comments very shortly after this video is posted on the channel. So you know what? Without wasting any more time, let's begin. I had to start with this one. This one is just begging for theories and speculations. One of the things I loved about FNAF franchise, and I still do, is how ambiguous and mysterious everything is. Even when something big is revealed, you don't get it the first time. You have to have knowledge of previous games, books, in order to understand that. And that's something all new and old indie developers should take notes of, making it interactable and enjoyable for the fans so they can all come together and solve mysteries, make theories, but not make it too hard that no one finds it interesting at all, leaving you nothing but fans turned off, and that's not what any creator of any franchise would want. Nonetheless, we've talked about this before. On scottgames.com, a while ago we had a new teaser with 4 almost upgraded animatronics on the stage, with some rock and neon style design in a mall, or surprisingly adults loving and dancing while singing with these animatronics. We also had a 2020 time frame below the image, which made it even more exciting because we're not that far from 2020 considering we're in October right now. Anyways, Scott has now updated that website and we have a brand new teaser that's really interesting. In this new teaser, we can clearly see a rather signature Freddy Fazbear, more upgraded, performing on the stage in a mall, just like those 4 animatronics from previous teaser. This time, however, we can see a rock text at the bottom, which makes it even more clear that this either happening in early era of animatronics where Fazbear was dominating the entire animatronic market, that they transitioned from kids to adults market. As we can see from the teaser, the whole mall is booked, where we can see adults on both the front and the upper side. Or this could be a hint towards a brand new relaunching campaign from old Fazbear Entertainment, where this time they're targeting specifically adult market instead of kids, as we all know what happened to kids markets in FNAF VR Help Wanted. Nonetheless, this could be FNAF Into Madness, or a completely new project from Steel Wool Games that is set to release next year. Regardless, let me know what you guys think of this one specifically. Now, I was a bit hesitant with this before. Do I want to add this in this video or nah? But you know what? Let's do it. Anyways, on FNAFworld.com, Scott posted a brand new teaser for his fantasy game that he likes to do every now and then. I've talked about this several times. That teaser showed a muscular Freddy and this female character. Yeah, it's FNAF take on anime. It's happened before. We've seen this in Ultimate Custom Night, so it's nothing new. But the news is both of them being in space. Yeah, I think you know where this one is going. This was obviously an update to FNAF World. We talked about FNAF 57, which was Freddy in space, so obviously this wasn't something so shocking or completely new. Rather, the content itself in the poster, well, you could say it was a bit shocking for the community at the very least. And then out of nowhere, we saw the takedown of the teaser, which then led to Scott apologizing for it on Reddit. He said, and I quote, "Hey everyone, I went ahead and removed that FNAF World teaser and I want to apologize to everyone. My goal really was to just create a fun and crazy teaser for like an April Fool's game or something, but I think maybe it came out a little too over the top. Maybe I'll re-upload after a few more edits. Good night to all." Hashtag FNAF World Curse continues. Couldn't have said it better myself, honestly. FNAF World Curse continues. I really feel bad for Scott. After years of serious lore and games, he just wants to do something for fun, something he enjoys, and whenever he does that, well, we all know what happens. But anyways, for me personally, I loved FNAF World, and I know I'm gonna love every project Scott has to offer, because regardless of what you say about him or his games, he knows how to make boring stuff fun to play and how to enjoy even smaller of things in gaming industry. Nonetheless, that was that. Now what we have next is a combination of surprising news, some good news, and some updates as well. But don't worry, we'll go through it together. We've talked about this before as well. Scott made a Steam post where he swore to update every time he feels like he's made some progress or feel like he's got something to share with us community. It's a Steam post, you can check it out for yourself, but let's go through it and see what it has to offer. Upcoming projects mega thread updated 29/9/19. Yes, I know I'm a bit late. Cut me some slack, guys. I wanted this video to be packed with content. Anyways, firstly, Five Nights at Freddy's the movie, and we have a script. This is such a vague update. I mean, it should be a good news. It should be a big news for all of us fans. The movie that we've all been waiting for years. We finally have a script for the first movie, which is a positive sign for the movie side of things. However, I do feel like this is gonna go in the same direction, and I hope not. I really do hope it doesn't go that way, but I believe that this is gonna go in the same direction as other famous games turn movies flop side. Recent examples would be Slender Man. That was something. But with good companies, good marketing, FNAF can overcome all of that and break so many Hollywood records. This is a massive franchise, not just in the indie scene, but in the mainstream media as well. And they can create something magnificent with this series in movie era. But nonetheless, having a script for a movie, it is a good sign. What bugs me is that he doesn't say anything else about the movie, which makes me realize or makes me feel that he's not into the movie project as well. Maybe he feels like, okay, you know what, this is not going the way I wanted it to go, but you know what, I'm not gonna make fans lose their hope in me, so I'm just gonna keep on updating till I get the solution that I'm actually looking for. Scott is a really tight person. If he feels like this is good for the community, he's gonna do it. If it doesn't, regardless of how much money he's gonna lose from that, he's not gonna do it. So that's a really good sign, and I hope it's a good sign. And I hope that in the future, if they get a good contract with a good company, they market it smartly so that they can get as much mainstream media eyes and it gets successful, it becomes successful. Because I know, even today, if I learned that Five Nights at Freddy's is getting a movie and is releasing this week or next month in theaters, I'm gonna get a ticket. Of course I'm gonna get tickets, and I'm gonna get as many friends of mine. I don't have friends, help me. But I'm gonna get as many people as I possibly can to get that ticket. I'm gonna go watch the movie together and make some theories on the channel. But nonetheless, let's talk about the game projects. Starting with Five Nights at Freddy's, we are done. So this means that there might not be any future updates, or if there is one, it's already done and we only have to wait for its release. Nonetheless, FNAF VR is good to go and Steelwool Studios can move on to their next project, coming to that in just a second. Then we got FNAF AR. Check for updates on FNAFAR.com. I personally feel like it has and still has so much potential, but for now I'm gonna keep my hopes lower for this one. I don't want to go over the top because it feels like it's too over the top, but I'm gonna keep my hopes lower so I don't get disappointed. But let me know where do you stand on this one specifically. FNAF AR, updates on FNAFAR.com. And then we got FNAF Into Madness. On hold, or is it? Now, like I said earlier, that earlier teaser could belong to this, which I'm highly positive about, that 2021, or it could be a completely new game. Last time when I made the video and I talked about that teaser from ScottGames.com, I connected both dots. I said that that teaser belongs to Into Madness, and I'm hoping that it's something canon. As long as FNAF Into Madness is canon, I'm all up for it. I don't care if it's 2021 or if it's the other one. I just want something canon. Regardless, Scott wants this project's information to be vague now. Hopefully we'll learn something more in the future because I can't see any of these projects being cancelled. And when I say I can't see, I mean my heart would not accept that one bit. Please, Scott, we are all with you. What kind of support do you need? We're here for you. And then probably the big news, probably the only positive good big news in this thread, it's console ports scheduled for release by the end of the year. I'm working closely with the people at Click Team to create new improved HD ports of all the original games. They will be released on Android, iOS, Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. I love how the platform that Scott made popular is helping Scott himself for his projects. But anyways, by the end of this year, it's such a big news. We have only 2 to 3 months left for 2019, which means we might be seeing consoles and mobile ports very soon. I'm really excited for the Switch one. How is that gonna look? How Five Nights at Freddy's gonna look on Switch? I cannot for once wait for this one. I personally would love to be it around early December, but you know what? As long as we're getting by the end of this year, I'm all up for it. And then a shocking news of AAA game cancelled. Well, not really. There has been a shakeup for this project. I'm actually not at liberty to discuss some details, but I'm taking control of this one and feel a lot better about its direction. This won't get started until late 2020, however. I had a feeling that this will get into some problems because Scott doesn't trust anyone with his projects, and rightly so, that's a good sign. This game being cancelled is probably for the best. I'm afraid it's gonna go in the same direction as movies, but since it's video game, it's probably gonna be alright. And I'm positive that this is the AAA game we all need. And then we have the new book series, done and awaiting publication. Some of these are pretty disturbing. Publication date, December? Amazon says December. I thought it was March. No one tells me anything. Now, I cannot wait for this one. I loved all the previous books, especially The Fourth Closet. I'm highly gonna recommend you to read that one. It was one of the best books by Scott. So I cannot wait to read what other mystery Scott has to offer in this book series. Let me know if you'll be buying any of these books. And finally, the second game from Steel Wool Studios, ETA 2020. This is where things gets confusing. Either this is FNAF VR 2, which I don't believe it is, or this might be that 2020 teaser game, or this might be FNAF Into Madness. But then that doesn't make any sense because FNAF Into Madness and this project are two different things stated differently in the same thread. So what I believe is that there are 3 different projects and Steel Wool Studios are making a brand new game, canon game nonetheless for the series, which trust me, I'm dying to play any FNAF canon game. Please, Scott Cawthon. Regardless, I cannot wait for any FNAF project. Like I said, FNAF is being revived by Scott himself. There are many bumps on the road to the glory for Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, AAA game being cancelled, controversies, movie getting delayed over and over again. It's all happening. But trust me, we will get FNAF content that we don't deserve, but certainly the content that we need in today's modern era of gaming. Sure, games such as Dark Deception, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Showdown Bandit are changing the indie game industry here, but we do need the king itself, Five Nights at Freddy's. With that being said, what are your thoughts on any of the news? Are you excited for any projects from Scott Cawthon? What are your thoughts on FNAF World controversial poster and all of the updates? I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. With that being said, that will wrap up today's video. Now, I have another video planned for the lore side of FNAF VR Help Wanted if you want me to cover that. With these indie horror games, theories, and others more often and regularly, make sure to show your support through the like button, through comments and suggestions, and mainly subscribing to the channel, become an official member of SmackNPie. I'm Smack, and until next time, take care and peace.